Can I do my own wedding hair and makeup? We're gonna find out. I'm getting married in less than a month now. I have a couple of like hair and makeup things I wanted to keep in mind. Like, they're kind of rules, but they're kind of not. They're just like things that I'm aware of, and obviously this might be like overthinking it, like do whatever you want for your wedding. I've been like kind of secretly learning how to style my hair for the past year in preparation for this, and now that we're getting down to the last couple weeks, I feel like I really have to like kind of lock in what do I even want my hair to look like, and that's kind of stressful for me. One of the big things I kept in mind for my wedding is that I don't want to wear extensions. Like, I'm not interested in it. I have a weird relationship with my hair as it is. Like, all my content revolves around me like losing my hair because of trichotillomania, and I just feel like it would be kind of disingenuous of me to, I don't know, have hair extensions. And it's like, yeah, it'll like look nice in the photos. It just doesn't really interest me to do that. Okay, that's not even. The goal of this wedding is to have like the most comfortable wedding possible. I think it would be really hard for me to be comfortable if I have like hair attached to my hair. And I think it'll just remind me of a time where I had hair extensions in the past and I just didn't like it. Like, I think it's just not for me. I'm gonna be really happy to have like my natural hair. Maybe a little symbolic. Like, I like the idea that we're getting married as our natural selves. I'm gonna have my hair kind of like this, and then have the headband up there, and then I think I'm gonna curl it, maybe. I don't know. I was questioning like, why don't I want to do my hair straight for the wedding? Like, what's wrong with straight hair? Editing Joyce here. This conversation is very interesting because it makes me think about how curly haired people probably grew up thinking that straight hair was like their fancy hair, because during a special event, it's like, oh, it's a special event, like, let's straighten your hair, you'll look so pretty. But then, like, for straight hair people, we have the opposite. We have the inverse of that, where it's like, oh, it's a special event, let's curl your hair, like, you're gonna look so fancy. Is what we qualify as fancy as just, like, what looks different? So there's, like, a novelty to looking different than how you do on a big day for a special event. But then where do you draw the line between, like, okay, the excitement of novelty I think is valid, but then how much am I like erasing my day-to-day self? I don't know. It's not that deep. Another thing I'm keeping in mind for this wedding is that I don't really want to buy any new products. Specifically, I don't want to buy new products like just for the wedding. If I'm not going to use it in my day-to-day life, I'm not too interested in like getting something new. The more that we planned our wedding and the more I thought about it, the more I realized this is like 6 to 7 to 8 hours of my afternoon and evening. I don't really think it's worth it for me to buy a new product just to like never use it again. The products I am using, I want to be cruelty free, and that's kind of hard to do with makeup sometimes, but it is like a lot easier than it used to be. Most importantly, I just want to look like me. I don't want to look like Pinterest Joyce. I just want to really look like regular Joyce. I am also getting a haircut this weekend, which I'm mildly nervous about. I'm not afraid to admit that. Somebody actually asked me if I ever had a dream hair vision for my wedding, and honestly, I didn't ever plan to have hair at my wedding, to be honest. If I had hair at my wedding, that was already like a long shot. Like, in my mind, my hair still looks the way it looks when I was losing a lot of it. A lot of my brain is still kind of stuck in like trichotillomania land. So at this point, I am happy to have whatever hair I do have. I didn't plan to have hair for my wedding. I never really thought my hair would like come back to this extent, but I think I just want to have it like wavy-ish like this, and I could do the bottom too actually. I never planned on having hair for my wedding, and another thing I had in my mind was that I didn't want to set like a trick goal around my wedding, if that makes sense. Basically, I didn't want to give myself a goal of like, oh, I'm gonna like stop pulling so that my hair grows back for my wedding, because I think that would have actually stressed me out a lot. I think it would have like made my hair worse. Since I got engaged last January, never made it a goal for myself to stop my pulling, slow down my pulling. It's like if you pull, you pull. And really trying to reinforce the idea that what my hair looks like is so irrelevant of, I don't know, the love that we have for each other. Me having longer hair isn't gonna make me like more eligible for marriage. He's been here for all of it. Like, we started dating each other when I had quite a lot of hair, when my trich was like more in remission. He was there when I started losing it again, when I got hair extensions. He was there when I shaved my head. He actually like was really encouraging to get me to shave my head, to be honest. He was there when I was growing out my hedgehog hair. What that guy feels about me is pretty irrelevant of what my hair looks like. I'm gonna turn around and you guys need to tell me what it looks like, okay? That's what it looks like so far. One hair tip I do actually have that I think is relevant to people with trich, or if your hair is shorter and if your hair is also uneven like mine, because I pull from the areas like under my ears a lot, all of this hair is like significantly shorter than the other parts of my hair. But I wanted to do like a half up, half down for my wedding, but I also knew that like taking all my hair and tying it in the back would cause a lot of tension and be kind of uncomfortable for me. So instead of tying it like one hair tie in the back, I actually just tie 2 pigtails on the side, and then I get the look of a half up, half down, but without all of the tension that comes with just like tying one hair tie in the back. So that's great. Here's my flower crown. Wow! I bought this on Facebook Marketplace for $30 and it was crazy because it was exactly what I was looking for. I feel good about this. No extensions. It's like wavy, lived in. You can tell I styled it like in the mirror. It's kind of frizzy, like it's not picture perfect. I'm really happy with this. Like, I finally have hair. That's huge. I've learned how to do my hair. That's probably even huger. I think one of the most important things is I've kind of gotten over the fear that, I don't know, my hair like needs to look a certain way. I think in the process of planning this wedding, it's actually made it really clear to me that I didn't want like a Pinterest wedding. Like, I didn't want a wedding that looked like it came from Pinterest. I wanted a wedding that looked like Joyce and Nico's wedding, and like you're not getting that anywhere else. Some of the things I'm really excited for is that during our ceremony, since we couldn't decide who's gonna do the vows first, we're gonna rock, paper, scissors for it. When we're signing the marriage license, the area we're getting married like is quite small, so we didn't have room to like put a table or anything. So we're like, okay, but like you have a pen and I have a back, you could just like sign it on my back right here. So this back is gonna be used for marriage license signing in a few short weeks. I'm so excited for that. I don't know, there's so many things I'm excited for. We created our own set of Jackbox Quiplash questions. So I don't know if you guys played like Jackbox games during COVID, but that's what me and my friends did like every week during COVID, and I think we did it until like 2023, so like a good 2 years of just like weekly game night. You know, it's not a sit down dinner, there's not gonna be like a champagne tower, like we're gonna have like Malona ice cream. After the wedding, I'll be sure to like come back with some photos and cute memories and, you know, a little debrief of things for any like 2026 brides maybe that also want like a low-key wedding. Like, I'm not out here trying to be a wedding content creator, but I kind of think like our breed of bride needs to be represented. I think like the vision, right? Like, people are like, oh, I want like European summer wedding, I want like, you know, hot girl California wedding. I wanted party at Joyce's parents' house, but like with a budget. I think we're really gonna do it, and I'm really excited for it. I know I'm gonna cry so much. I think that's all you could like ask for a wedding. Like, I wasn't like a person who would dream about my wedding, even though me and Nico have been together for upwards of 11 years. Us like being together is what I was excited for. I don't know, the wedding, it's like I look forward to it the same way I look forward to inviting all my friends over during like Christmas break, and like someone brings pizza and someone brings Popeyes, and then someone does like a 7:30 LCBO run because LCBO closes at like 8 o'clock, and just like, oh, if you want to get booze you have to get it now. I don't know, like all of that kind of stuff just makes me so happy. I think I've gaggled enough about wedding stuff. Let's go try to do some makeup now. Okay, I'm back. So the only thing missing here is the lip color, and I've got a couple of options, all of which are pretty much my lips, but even. I have a Rare Beauty lip oil in the shade Delight. I like using the Sai cream blush on my lips, but because it's not really formulated for lips, it doesn't last that long. I have this Zero Velvet tint in number 16 Burning Nude. This one makes a really nice, like, kind of matte velvet finish, but I feel like it's not very natural looking. Like, it's a nice, like, long-lasting lip formula, which I do appreciate. I'm gonna try out the Rare Beauty one for today. This one has a little, like, minty tingling sensation that I wasn't used to when I first got it. So at first I thought I was, like, having a reaction to it, but I wasn't. It was all good. I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up that well, but it's like, no, it's fine. I'm like literally grasping at straws here, but this is what my makeup looks like, nice and close. Hi! Nico and I are very much like friends first, couple second, and especially when we're around our friends, like, it's really important to me to like be present and be present like as a friend when I'm with my friends. So when I'm with my friends, I'm kind of in like friend mode. Like Nico becomes a friend, everyone is my friend. And then we're more like coupley when the friends aren't around. I don't even know like how I'm gonna act. I feel like I've kept these two parts of my life like somewhat separate. But that's in the interest of like me being a good friend. So I don't think that's like a bad thing to happen. Missing one more thing. That's this. Ta-da! So I think the only thing I am going to change is that I'm gonna have my bangs cut a little bit shorter so that they can like go like this a little more. It's really cool to see like how far I've come like with my hair and my self-esteem. Maybe if we got married 5 years ago or something, I would have felt more compelled to like do my hair differently or do my makeup differently, or to have hair extensions and just think like, oh, it's like not a big deal, it's like just so it looks nice in the photo. But I don't want to do anything just so it looks nice for the photo, I guess. I think it's really important to me to like feel authentically me at the wedding. It's my most authentic self, like getting married. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Thanks for coming along for this makeup and hair wedding chat. If you like hanging out, talking about hair, and having a semi-weird relationship with your hair, this is the place to be. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!